Hey you guys, it's been a long time but I'm back. In this digest, Tesla made Musk a few $1 billion richer, there's an incredibly difficult manual for setting up the Starlink terminal, and will there be another Musk? Tesla keeps exceeding all expectations, just look at the Q4 results. During 2019, Tesla delivered 367,500 cars, which is 50% more than last year. Musk asked Tesla employees not to pay attention to shares and focus on work. But honestly, it was probably difficult. Tesla shares grew so much and so quickly, and they keep growing. At the time of writing, Tesla's trading at $527, meaning Tesla's market cap has reached $95 billion, making the company the most expensive American automaker in history. The previous record belonged to Ford. In 1999, the company was valued at $80.8 billion, and now only Toyota and Volkswagen are ahead of Tesla. Elon Musk's fortune grew by several billion during the last 6 months. You know, with him being the largest shareholder and all, but that's nothing compared to what he can get. There's a compensation plan in place. That means Elon will receive 1.69 million shares for Tesla's market cap increasing by $50 billion. Tesla confirmed that it received a $1.7 billion loan in China. It'll partially be used to repay the previous loan and partially to expand the Shanghai Gigafactory. By the way, Tesla reduced the cost of Model 3 in China by $5,000 and began delivering local cars to employees at first, but then later to regular customers. According to Tesla's account on Weibo, Gigafactory 3 already produces more than 3,000 cars per week, although until recently they produced about 1,000 cars. It also says that since December, Tesla's been producing batteries in Shanghai. Do you remember that just a year ago there was no factory there at all? Meanwhile, Panasonic solved all of its employee problems and is ready to produce up to 54 gigawatt-hours at the Gigafactory in Nevada. Just as a reminder, right now the company produces about 35 gigawatt-hours. There's just one question left. Is Tesla ready to buy that many batteries? And what about the European Gigafactory? The Brandenburg Parliament approved the sale of the land at a price of $45 million. But there are several obstacles, and Tesla plans to sign a contract in a few weeks. First, an official evaluation is scheduled to take place soon, so the price per square meter may still change. Second, Tesla will have to cut down a forest and plant 3 times as many trees, but in a different place. But even before that, they will have to search for unexploded mines from the World War II. Plus, it turned out that part of this forest is home for endangered bats. Tesla will need to relocate them after getting a special permission, but now and until the end of February they're in hibernation, and immediately after that their mating season starts, and they cannot be disturbed. All of this can delay the start of construction. Remember that by the summer of 2021, Tesla wanted to start producing Model 3s and Model Ys there. Oh, and the gorgeous white Model Y prototype was spotted in California with the new Gemini wheels, black handles, and all-wheel drive badge. Tesla decided to take part in Phone to Own again. The company offers to hack a Model 3 for a chance to win the car and money. Meanwhile, Musk says that Tesla will soon be able to talk to people.
Well, don't just stand there staring. Hop in. Have you practiced lyrics very well?
Euro NCAP gave Tesla 3 awards out of 6 in their best-in-class rating. Model 3 and BMW 3 Series were named the best sedans, Model X is the best SUV, and Tesla also won in the hybrid EV category. Model 3 also recently won first place in China's Vehicle Auto Health Index for 2019. And to top it all off, Automobile magazine named Cybertruck the best concept car of the year. Tesla wrote a letter to semi-reservation holders and shared the good news. They will start producing the truck in the second half of 2020, although in limited volume. The company spent months testing semi on bad roads, made it go through potholes, and drove it off the road. Tesla confirms that they were able to improve the characteristics compared to what we've learned at the presentation, but they will share them next year. Soon the truck will begin testing in colder climates. Daimler and BMW have a joint taxi project called Free Now, and they placed an order for 60 Tesla cars. They plan to focus on electric cars, electric scooters, and electric bikes, which is why they had to turn to competitors. Their own electric cars probably do not meet taxi requirements because of range. Tesla is currently working closely with Jeff Dunn's research laboratory at the Dalhousie University in Canada. Over the past year, the laboratory has filed several patents for Tesla that will help the company make a 1 million-mile battery. But Jeff is soon turning 65 and he's starting to look for his replacement. The university opened 2 spots for professors, one of which will be responsible for working closely with Tesla and developing more durable, cheaper batteries with higher capacity, and the other professor will mainly be engaged in research. A great opportunity for those who work in this field. Starting next year, all new charging stations in California should stop using per-minute billing, which is a huge blow for several operators, but fortunately, Tesla switched to per-kilowatt billing a long time ago. But they're not entirely off the hook. The stations should also be equipped with screens that show all the information about the charging session, and this is a big problem for Tesla, which doesn't have them. But I mean, sure, the company will be able to get out of the situation and install one large screen at the location with all the information about different chargers. Speaking of infrastructure, the first supercharger V3 station is opened in China. Tesla also updated the supercharger map in 2020, and we can expect a lot of new locations, including in Ukraine, Russia, and Turkey. The company also plans to open up 8 locations in the north of Norway, Sweden, and Finland, because the Arctic Circle experienced a shortage of charging stations in the past. Tesla Energy. A non-profit organization, Givepower, deployed a desalination plant in a village in Kenya using Tesla Powerwall and solar panels. In the past, villagers often relied on salted or even polluted water. The main problem with the desalination plants in this region was that this process required a lot of energy, which Africa isn't known for. Therefore, the Givepower solution was supposed to be elegant. Solar panels provide power to the system during the day, and Powerwall kicks in at night. So the system is able to produce 70,000 liters of drinking water per day, which is more than enough for the whole village. Boring Company. In our video, What to Expect from Elon Musk in 2020, we talked about the Las Vegas tunnel that was supposed to be finished by 2021, but Elon wrote that they want to finish the project by the end of 2020. SpaceX. Starship prototypes are no longer called Mark. They're now marked SN as in serial number. Thus, Mk3 was renamed to SN1. According to Elon, in order to make one production version, they first need to make at least 20 pre-production prototypes. Elon also hopes that the first flight will take place in 2 to 3 months. They mainly work on the baby Starhopper, Bopper, but don't be sad, this was totally planned. The pressure went up to 7.1 bar instead of the 6 bar, which is enough for the orbital flight. Elon even wants to go up to 8.5 bar to be on the safe side. Dragon came back from the ISS with a lot of cargo. This was its last mission. The ship retired after 3 flights and 5 years of service. This Dragon pioneered SpaceX ship reusability. Goodbye, you little guy. SpaceX has conducted the Falcon 9 static fire test. The Crew Dragon IFA test will take place on January 18th at the LC-39A. The first SpaceX launch in 2020 was on January 7th. The booster successfully returned to the platform, but the fairing halves had to be fished out of the water. It was this stage's 4th flight and the 3rd big Starlink mission that made SpaceX the largest satellite operator in the world. In order to launch service in the US and Canada, they will need at least 4 more launches. The next one should take place in late January. By the way, Elon shared an incredibly complex instruction for Starlink terminals. First, plug it into power outlet. Second, direct to the sky. Not necessarily in that order. I don't know if I'll be able to figure that out. Yusaku Maezawa is looking for a female partner with whom he will go on a journey to the moon. He's accepting applications from single women over 20 until January 17th. The Japanese billionaire will choose a partner by March, and the flight is planned for 2023. And yes, this is absolutely serious. Want a link? Elon Musk. Grimes, who's been dating Elon Musk since 2018, has posted a new photo hinting at her pregnancy. Some people believe that C's photo may have something to do with her new album, Miss Anthropocene, that is scheduled for release in late February. And Musk does not make it any easier, tweeting cryptic messages. And that's all I have for now. Thank you guys for watching and for your support on our previous videos. I'll be back with more news next week.